You don't go broke from one big mistake. You go broke from small decisions that feel completely normal, repeated every single day. And that's what makes it dangerous because nobody questions them. You swipe your card, you tap your phone, you hit checkout, and it feels like nothing. But those small decisions, they compound. And over time, they quietly destroy your ability to build wealth. And the scary part, some of the things you think are smart are actually the ones that keep you stuck. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what those are. Today, I'm breaking down 12 purchases that look normal, even responsible, but are quietly keeping you broke in 2026. Some of these you probably made this week. And by the end of this video, you're going to start seeing money differently. You're going to start noticing where your money's leaking, and you're going to understand why these purchases don't make sense anymore. And most importantly, what to do instead. I'm Tane. I became a millionaire before 30, and it wasn't because I made the most money. It was because I stopped making same financial decisions that most people never question. And once I fixed how I used money, everything changed. Let's get into it because some of these are going to hit a little too close to home. The first one, food delivery apps. You're not paying for food. You're paying to avoid inconvenience. Think about it. You get home late, you're tired, you don't feel like cooking, so you open the app, the meal says $15, cool. But by the time that you check out, it's $25, $28, and sometimes even $30 with fees, tips, and markups. And you don't even question it. Now, here's where it gets real. If you do that just 3 times a week, that's easily $300 to $400 a month just to avoid a little inconvenience. That's not nothing. That's a car payment. That's an investment. That's money that could have been working for you. Instead, it's gone. And the worst part, every time you do it, you reinforce that habit. Convenience over discipline. And that mindset is what keeps people stuck. If you want to change your finances, you have to start getting uncomfortable again. Pick up that cookbook, cook more, be intentional with your daily spending when it comes to your food. The second one, brand new cars. If you want to look rich, buy a new car. If you want to be rich, you think twice. This is one of the biggest wealth killers. Car payments. I've seen people making $150,000, $200,000 a year, driving $60,000, $70,000 cars, and they're still feeling stuck financially. Because here's the truth, you're not paying for a car, you're committing to a monthly obligation that limits your ability to invest $700, $800, sometimes even $1,000+ a month. Now stretch that over 5, 6, 7 years, that's tens of thousands of dollars that could have been building your future. Instead, it's just depreciating. That car loses value every single day. Meanwhile, your opportunity disappears with it. That could have been your first investment property, your second deal, your momentum. Instead, it's sitting in your driveway. If you want to build wealth, you have to delay looking wealthy. Buy used, stay practical, think long term. Third one, buy now, pay later. This one is dangerous because it doesn't feel dangerous. You buy now, pay later, split into 4 payments. No interest, no big deal because you're gonna be buying it anyways and you get to pay for it interest free, right? Wrong, because it changes how you think. You stop asking, can I afford this? And start asking, can I afford the payment? And that shift is everything because you're stacking purchases, $25 here, $40 there, $60 there. And before you know it, you've created a monthly payment system on things that should have been one-time purchases, clothes, electronics, random stuff. And it adds up fast. What used to be optional spending becomes recurring obligations. And once your income is tied up like that, you lose flexibility, you lose control. If you need to finance it, you probably shouldn't be buying it. Number 4, luxury apartments. This one hits a lot of people. Nice apartment, modern building, rooftop pool, gym, lounge. It feels like you've made it, but financially, you're paying a premium for that lifestyle, not progress. Let me ask you something. Is that building that you're renting building your net worth or someone else? Because every extra $500, $800 to $1,000 a month is money that could have been invested, money that could have been building something. But instead, it's going towards comfort. And listen, there's nothing wrong with living nice, but don't confuse comfort with progress because they're not the same. The people who build wealth early, they live slightly below their means and invest the difference. That's the gap that changes everything and helps build wealth. Number 5, upgrading your phone every year. You don't need a new phone every year. You just got used to upgrading, and that's how spending habits are formed. Not because something is necessary, but because it became normal. $1,000 every year or 2 for small upgrades that don't really change your life. It adds up, and more importantly, it reinforces a mindset of consume upgrade and repeat instead of keep, use, and build. Hold on to your phones longer. Upgrade it when it actually matters so you don't go through the upgrade cycle over and over again with a new phone. Number 6, subscriptions. This is one of the biggest silent leaks. Subscriptions. $10 here, $15 there, $20 there, streaming, apps, memberships. Individually, they're small, but collectively, it can easily hit $200 to $300 a month. And most people don't even realize it because it's automatic. It just comes out. There's no friction, no awareness. And that's what makes it dangerous. You're not being drained by one big expense. You're being bled slowly. Audit your subscriptions, cancel what you don't use, redirect that money into something that actually grows. Number 7, actively managed funds. This one sounds smart. Pay someone to invest for you, to beat the market. But here's the reality. Most of them don't. And you're just paying a higher fee for it. Over time, those fees eat into your return. And that compounds, not in your favor, but it works against you. You don't need complexity, you just need consistency. Low-cost index funds, simple, efficient, and proven to beat managed funds over a long period. Number 8, extended warranties. You ever notice how they always ask you at checkout, do you want protection? Sounds responsible, but most of the time, you never use it. And even if you do, it often doesn't cover what you think. These are high-profit add-ons, designed to sound smart, but financially, they rarely make sense. Self-insure it, save the money instead. Number 9, starter homes. This one might surprise you. Buying a home, it does not automatically make you wealthy. In today's market, it can actually slow you down. Higher prices, higher rates, high monthly payments, and if you're not staying long-term, you're not building equity the way you think. You're just taking on a large financial commitment. Buying the wrong home at the wrong time can delay your wealth for years. This doesn't mean you don't ever buy, but only buy when it makes sense for you. In certain cities, the rent will be significantly cheaper than the mortgage, and sometimes the smarter move is renting and investing that difference. The goal isn't to just own, it's to own strategically at your own terms. Number 10, status spending. Most people aren't rich, they just look expensive. Designer clothes, luxury items, flex purchases. Let me ask you something. Would you still buy it if nobody could see it? If the answer is no, then it's not for you. It's for validation. And that's one of the fastest ways to stay broke. Number 11, fast food. Fast food used to be cheap. Now you're paying $12, $15, sometimes even more, and the quality, it didn't improve. You're paying more, but for less. It's at the point where you might as well just get real food or cook. We used to use HelloFresh, now we use Hungryroot. Both are great cost-efficient meal plans. Links are down below in case if you're interested and want to check out any one of them. Hungryroot is especially great if you need like a gluten-free diet like my wife, or if you need certain diets, Hungryroot is definitely a great option for that. Number 12, emotional spending. This is the one that keeps people stuck the longest, emotional spending. You're stressed, so you go buy something. You had a long day, you treat yourself. You're bored, so you shop. And in the moment, it feels good, but financially, it's unstable because your spending is tied to your emotions, and emotions, they change. If your spending is emotional, your finances will always feel out of control. You need structure, you need intention. None of these purchases are the real issue. The real issue is your system. You can make more money and still stay stuck if your habits don't change. The shift that changed everything for me, I stopped asking, can I afford this? And started asking, is this moving me closer to financial freedom?